Hey, hey, if you're a Facebook user, I got no ID for you. It just says Facebook user. So if you can or want to go and download the HAPS app, HAPPS app, and follow me. That way I can. If it doesn't matter whether I know who you are, that's cool. It doesn't matter. But if you want to, I think it's a better experience too. So, all right. So I am going to show you guys what I've built so far in the way of models. So there is a shelf of stuff that I've built and that has been built. That'll all go on the railroad. And then over here is more stuff. Yeah, they got their asses kicked. That I'm working on. There's the ship that's been in dry dock for over a year. Yeah, whatever. Yeah, it doesn't do well moving. And then over here is my track building station. And then over here is the stuff from my World War II diorama that's been on hold for over a year or two. Early World War II French German dio. A couple Mark IVs, armored cars, captured armored car, 2 French tanks, assault gun, 3 armored cars actually, a couple vehicles, and like 10 or 12 motorcycles. But there's my spray booth. Hey, Sammy. But so here is, again, I'll walk slow this time. Here's the model. And this actually works. Very little of this is actually done. The Rev's Diner's done. This is close. Still some work to get done. This is also very close. And then the church is kind of close. I got to do the cemetery. There is fire station. This is a flat. This is Lorraine. That's our local flower store actually in Medfield is Flowers by Lorraine. She's a wonderful woman who she got her own little flower store on my railroad. There's the fire station. And then this is what I was working on the other day. This is a taxidermy. I haven't given it a name yet. That is a rock bunker that goes. There'll be there's a lot of extra stuff, but there's like. Let's see if I can move this. So there's some vehicles that I've done. Yes, that's going in, Moody. Perfect. This is the gas station, shoe shine stand, newspaper stand. Uh, Penny Sundays. There'll be a track, and these couple of these signs are going to go in the back here. They'll go in the back of that. Old fire trucks, I'm getting them made. There's the ship that's in dry dock. Oh, I forgot. There is the Dio I was working on. There's actually the components to the 24 stall roundhouse I'm building, which will be massive. There's the 5 stall stone roundhouse. There's Uncle Paul's pawn shop. Just did that the other day. And actually, I like the way that came out. I don't know. I'm sure it will. There is the sawmill that I think I am going to can because I don't like the way it came out at all. So I might just shit can that whole project. There is an engine maintenance facility I worked on, a real small one. I'm not sure if I'm even going to use that. There's a lot of people. And then, like I said earlier, this is right here is stuff that's been done. Feed store, lumber company, little engine house. There's a warehouse. Stuff, lots of stuff. But I'll tell you, I'll make it clear why. Where did I put that? Did I not bring that down with me, Ellie? I just printed out the beginnings of my track plan. Oh, there's enough Coca-Cola signs. So the reason I need all that stuff. So here's a printout of, this is the narrow gauge. This is going to be the narrow gauge. This is a mock-up the first time, but it's actually going to be much bigger than that. But this is sawmill stuff. The layout's going to be 30-ish by 50-ish. But I have more than enough stuff. I need to start planning the layout with the buildings in mind. And here is that front of that store that I was working on after the motor's been put in and paint's been touched up on the stores. It's ready to get windows and weather. And all that good stuff. So when did I start? Oh, I don't know. Don't even remember. So there you go. I'm going to I'm going to go back to the laptop for the rest of the night, for the stream for the rest of the night. I just wanted to give you guys a peek. We're moving to Tennessee, and part of the move is that I get my own train house in addition to my farm. It's HO and 3. It's HO and narrow gauge. It's 1941, so there'll be a very heavy military World War II presence. So I guess that'll be the part that makes people think I'm a Nazi. So anyway, I am going to go. She's doing okay. Today was a good day. So like I said, you Facebook users, if you can, download HAPS. HAPPS. Download HAPS, install it, and follow me, and it'll be 100 times easier. So I'm going to go back to the laptop. I just wanted a chance to show you guys. Well, hi, Willow. Hello. Hi, Princess. How are you? How are you? How are you? What do you want? What? I don't have nothing for you. I don't have nothing for you. I'll be back on the laptop in a little bit, all right? Yeah, I haven't seen. I've looked my ass up. The Insurrection Act news is bullshit as I expected it was. But you guys need to read up on the Insurrection Act. Sam, what don't you understand about it? No, Willow's the pug. What don't you understand about it, Sam? Maybe I can help you out while we're here. Hey, Fernando Vina. It's time for me to shave. All right. Yeah, if you guys on Facebook, I can't I can't identify. I don't get names. It just says Facebook user. Aaron? What's up, Aaron? No worries. It's not. It can be kind of confusing, but basically, it gives the president. It's been amended 3 times since 1807. It gives the president, basically, executive authority to call out the military. Now, it's explicit in the sense that it's geared towards the United States Army and the United States Navy, but the Marines and the Air Force also are included. No, it's not the same. It's not the same. So what it does is it allows the president to call up the armed forces if a state denies. It doesn't matter. The state has no say so in whether they can ask him to do it. It's been done. It's been done probably around 30 times total. Remember Hurricane Katrina with all looting and rioting? He instituted the Insurrection Act. The point is that it gives military legal authority. Yes, that's the big deal. So I don't understand fully, but I'm of the impression that it gives the military the ability to arrest and act as law enforcement. But it doesn't have to be. So insurrection, it's not all based on insurrection. There's some very key language in either the Roosevelt or Kennedy change. No, he doesn't take over every state. He can just call it up individually in different states. But some key language that has been in the Third Amendment to the initial act, he is allowed to create or implement the Insurrection Act based on obstruction. And I think that's probably monumentally key right now. Obstruction, if there is an obstruction of justice that jeopardizes national security. And my feeling is that if that is what happens, if we're going to see that happen, it's going to be based on information that they've just recently discovered, and the Insurrection Act will be used. So let's use an example. There's rumors out there that Nancy Pelosi's laptop contains information that is absolutely felonious, criminal, corrupt beyond belief. Well, no, what you do is you can. What do you mean? How they think it's keep Trump in office? They're going to call out and present evidence that shows exactly what we know, which was there is a mass movement, mass fraud, mass conspiracy in this last election, which I don't think now it's going to be remotely challenging to prove. But none of that matters because none of that's actually happened yet. But when it happens, that's what's happening. If it happens. I'm not getting in the Hall of Fame, my friend. And that's okay. All right, so I'm going to go back onto my laptop. Yeah, there were Don. There was 12. Apparently, a friend of mine who is very high up in the military. He's a chief of staff for somebody in the Pentagon. Told me that there were special forces people intertwined and in amidst that group that breached the Capitol building, and 12 laptops were taken. And Nancy Pelosi's password was password. I'm kidding. There's 12 of them. And I think that that's the reason you're seeing the mass panic, is because I think the people that had them taken know exactly what's about to happen. So that's the hope anyway. So, all right, I'm off. I'm going to go back on the laptop. I'll be back in a little bit, guys. Again, if you can go to haps.tv, download the app and subscribe and follow me, and it will be 100,000 times easier for us to interact. And I'll know who you are, whatnot. Rev, is the laptop, it has to be easier for you, Rev. No. Well, Sammy, you got to remember, if you're going to post something like he just signed the Insurrection Act, that's something you better be damn sure you're right on, because then it just makes us them if we're not. Well, I think if it plays out, we're going to get the confrontation everybody was talking about, because the left is going to burn this place to the ground. Mom! Hey, Mom, I'm heading over to the laptop to do this. I just want to show people. No. Just, Sam, it's important. It's never been more important that we don't act like them and post stuff and say stuff that we aren't comfortable that we know. Right? That's the big thing. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Right. Yeah, Don, I'm with you, brother. No, I was saying, Rev, it's got to be so much easier on the laptop, because the app is 100 times better on laptop. And they told me that's what they're doing. No, the Insurrection Act was signed in 1807. All right. And when you enact it, it's immediate. Yes, if you're on HAPS, you'll get it. I know. Sure he did, Brian. We all know that. All right, I'm out. I'm going to go onto my laptop. I'll be a few minutes. Don't feel bad, Sam. Sam, stop. All right? Just move on. You made a mistake. Move on. That's all. So anyway, I'm out. I'm going to go back on my laptop, stop talking to me so I can get off, and then I'll be back in a minute.